Buonasera and welcome to Lisa's Italian Kitchen. Well, it's that time of year where we transition from end of summer into early fall. I have a perfect dish for you tonight with 3 ingredients that I learned during all my years of living in Tuscany. Peperonata, and as the name implies, it features peppers. This is a perfect dish, sort of a vegetable stew, and it's delicious on either a bed of risotto, plain white rice, or any kind of pasta. Here's what we do. Super simple. We have our flame on medium. I am using my big Le Creuset because I want everything to be able to blend beautifully. I've got a half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. This dish features 3 ingredients: Roma tomatoes, red, yellow, and orange peppers. I don't use green peppers because I like the sweetness of the red, orange, and yellow, and that's what they use in Tuscany as well. And sweet onions. I have 3 pounds of each. So we have 3 pounds of tomatoes, Roma, 3 pounds of peppers, 3 pounds of sweet onions. If you want to make a smaller batch, do 1, 1, and 1. I've done that. It turns out beautifully. We're going to start by putting in our 3 pounds of sweet onions. I use the sweet onions because we're using the sweet peppers and you want this to have a really mild taste. This is a wonderful pepper stew, if you will, peperonata, or a side vegetable, so it's great on the risotto or pasta. It's also wonderful as a side dish or a contorno. And here's what we're going to do. This is part of the Toscana or the Tuscan cucina povera, poor food. Basically, it's from the country when ingredients were not that really elegant, expensive ingredients were really not that available. So they took what they had in these beautiful vegetables and made memorable dishes. Now, of course, they're all the rage, but they came out of the history of Tuscany. Here's what we do. Look at those beautiful colors. We put them all in together. That's it. These 3 pounds of Roma tomatoes, 3 pounds of sweet peppers, 3 pounds of sweet onions, and we're just gonna let this cook down a good 45 minutes on medium until it gets nice and soft. Literally, the peppers and the tomatoes are going to be falling apart, and then we're going to season it. Here we are. Our peperonata is all cooked. Look at that beautiful array of colors. Talk about eating the rainbow, as we're all supposed to do, and as we do in the Mediterranean diet. So you have your peppers all cooked with your onions and Roma tomatoes, and all we're going to do now is put our seasonings. I'm going to put about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of salt, some lovely freshly ground black pepper, and then just a little bit to bring out the flavors of the vegetables. I put up just a pinch, about 3/4 of a teaspoon of my Mediterranean Italian oregano. This is dried. And then I'm going to cut off just a few fresh basil leaves from my plant here. And we're going to chiffonade these, just cut them at an angle. And this fresh basil brings such a brightness to the pepperoni, to the peperonata and the fresh peppers. Maybe just one more. That's it. Then you serve it over your bed of risotto, plain white rice, your pasta, or as a contorno, as a second, as a vegetable dish with your protein, whatever you prefer. It's also wonderful if you let it cool as an appetizer on crostini, so on little pieces of toasted Italian bread. It's just wonderful with everything. Look at that delicious peperonata, basically pepper stew. 3 ingredients, fresh, hearty, perfect for this transition into fall. Beautiful colors, delicious taste. As always, buon appetito, tutti a tavola. Ciao, ciao.